why is it okay in 40K to do your rooms, your base is black, but nobody does that in bolt action? They're all brown.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Some of mine are brown, some are green. Yeah, you're right. Everybody kind of. Yeah, that's a good point. I never noticed that before. Great, now I'm going to be paying attention.
See if those new guys do. If he paints any of his stuff. It's all he painted.
He's based everything.
Rotten new
Almost
guys.
everything.
Rotten new guys.
It's pretty good. We got another German, we got another American.
America.
Yeah. That is curious though, because Infinity, all the bases are black. So the base ridges are black. You know, all the pictures.
They have markings on them though too.
Not on the rim.
No, but some people do them on it because you have to know facing in that game.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true. Which is probably why they're black, because it's easier to see whatever markers you put on there. 40K wouldn't care. But even in my 40K models, I always based the rim a color that was kind of complementary to the base terrain color. Browns and greens and stuff like that.
I go by units.
I thought about that, because that is a good idea.
Like my catechins.
You keep them together, you know which ones are which. Yeah, I remember you doing that. Mine, I kind of went with what Dave did, but he did it better than I did, which was you put something on the base terrain-wise to kind of mark it out.
Yeah.
One is number of rocks, potentially. Squad 1 has 1 rock, Squad 2 has 2 rocks. And you've done something like that already. Some of the way you base your guys.
And on my bolt action guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, there's different grass for different units.
Right, and you had your Tunisian guys separate from your Rangers. You had different,
different uniform colors.
Yeah.
Early war versus.
Even aside to that, you went ahead and based them differently.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, welcome to this week's Shoot the.
Shoot the breeze, right?
Yeah, breeze. Bangity bang bang, breeze.
Oh, shoot. There's a lot of things we
shoot the bullshit.
This year.
I didn't finish it.
More like this year.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it is the first one this year.
It has been a while.
Yes. Well.
Yay, COVID.
Yeah. And it really is more just not being able to get together, just schedule-wise and life-wise. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It is my fault. A lot of work. Moved into a new house. Hobby
that makes a big difference.
hopping. So
hobby hopping?
Hobby hopping.
Like what? Hobby hopping.
He's not on Facebook. Remember this.
Oh yeah. Well, not as much anymore. But though I do spend more time than I did. The only hobby jumping I know of is you went from gaming to motorcycling. What am I missing?
Oh, there's RC trucks now.
Oh, I saw the last. Yeah, you're posting the RC truck. That's an addictive habit.
Yeah, since I just sold my Knights and I'm using that money to buy another.
Why couldn't you just make your Knights RC?
Oh, that would have been...
Because I glued them.
But you can use a debonder, like unzap.
No, I could have put them in a freezer because I super glue stuff.
Well, that's true.
I'm not weird like you styrene users.
You could have put wheels and motor underneath the base. So it looked like you're riding a skateboard.
Hey, I've got that giant collection of Bane blades.
There you go. Motorized down.
Oh, would that be cool? When I was growing up, I always wanted to get a nice, even bigger than 1/35 scale, motorized tank. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. A motor Bane blade. Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah, I need to learn how to program an Arduino or Raspberry Pi or something for that. And
I've never baked a Raspberry Pi.
No, you bake them, they don't work so good.
They got you. Yeah, no, I'm so not in that side of IT. I couldn't tell you anything about Raspberry Pi.
Gus do it. Gus probably knows more about it than you do.
Probably.
Oh, he's picked that up already?
No, he's a kid.
Oh, well, yeah, he's a kid, but Raspberry Pi isn't something that's really
We've got one.
Would pick up, but really?
Yeah, he uses it to play Minecraft. Wow. He uses the Xbox to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
He uses the computer to play Minecraft. He uses his Nintendo Switch to play Minecraft.
Probably uses his phone to play Minecraft.
I don't know. He might have mobile.
Maybe. No. So you came into RC.
Yep. Came back to it. I raced RC for a while.
My cousins used to do that. This is eons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they one of them even went into the business of creating the shell forms for the bodies.
Oh yeah.
You know, vacuum
forming,
forming
Lexan
those
and-
to selling them. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
something he did. Yeah, he was big into that.
Well, I'm printing a hood for a rock bouncer right now.
I like the
No.
stuff you printed, the interiors you did.
Yeah.
Those looked fantastic. I couldn't even tell they were printed when I looked at the picture that you put in
Nice
Facebook.
basic tan, like 1970s tan,
Oh, yeah.
because it's going into a 70s scout, international scout.
Right, yeah,
So,
that makes sense. Keep it historically accurate.
Yes. Yeah. Like since I've got
like you
Blade,
care about that. Yeah.
since I've got Blade and the Star Lord driving them. So
yeah, that's
I'll send you pictures so you can flash them up if you want to. It's,
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I might just do that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
I mean, that brings us into the 3D printing thing too.
Yeah.
That we were going to talk about. So.
Yeah. Which I haven't done much of recently, because it just
What was the last thing you printed?
the last things I printed, I just finished printing 4 CMP C8 Morrises, which are the quad tractors to pull my 25 pounders, and then I finished
Are they easy
out.
to blow up as your truck?
Yes, because they're
Open-
they're
upside
not they're
down.
open top, but they're soft skin.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But I've got 4 of them because I can take 2
Oh, is this
25
mean
pounders.
list?
This is part of the less than mean list that I can do, and I created a list in for using one of the Western Desert British. I forget which one it is. What's the 1940-41 or sorry 41-42 Commonwealth Brigade?
Okay.
And in it, you're allowed to take. Unfortunately, you can only take regular infantry squads. So the things I'm limited to veteran are the good stuff like the sniper and the mortars and the officer. But in it, I'm able to, for each platoon, if I take the artillery slot as a 25 pounder, I can buy another 25 pounder. And it's not free, I have to buy it, but that means 2 of them.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to that, for every 2 infantry squads in my platoon, I can take 1 tank. Now, it's of a slim list. 810, Matilda, or Valentine, or a Churchill, depending on the year. So a Churchill 3 is the one. And so I can make, with my current collection, just the infantry, I can make 2 platoons, which means I've got 4 25 pounders and 3 Churchills. And that's my super mean list. I've got that just in case I get somebody who likes to power game. I don't want to use that on anybody at all.
Sounds like my caddish and armor list.
Yeah, but that's more fun to look at than
Well, yeah.
mine is. I mean, yours, it's just so flavorful. Your Cadishins are.
Well, yeah, that's all regular though, isn't it? Except for
Mine.
the armor and the.
Well, the armor's going to be regular. It's
Yeah,
just,
it's
it's too
expensive,
expensive
yeah.
otherwise. Especially a Churchill, even back on the 3. But yeah, again, it's all infantry, 5-man infantry squads, brand or not. Regular, that's 50 or 70 points depending on which one. No subs because it has to be the early war section, so can't get that. It's unfortunate, but it's not the infantry. The infantry is just there for looks.
I understand.
The infantry's there to. That's the tax for everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just,
Yeah. So, but I actually used a flavor of that when we played one mission here, where I had the 2 25 pounders and the Churchill going up against your little flamethrower guy, and
Stupid flamethrowers.
he's flamethrower half track.
I hate
That was kind of a fun game, the way we had that played out. But anyway, unfortunately, I kind of wish we had recorded it in hindsight, but we didn't. But yeah, so I've printed up those 3 Churchills before my printer kind of ran out of PLA. I just recently got some more, and I've only accomplished just picking up these 4 quads and my bases for my artillery, the bases that have the firing arc angle
Oh, yeah.
in it, because I've got 4 anti-tank guns now for my Polish early war army, so I can run an anti-tank platoon. So I was able to get some of these bases, which is, to me, that's a great thing to use a 3D printer. No one has those kind of bases. You
Yeah.
can make your own thing, right? But I don't want to buy 3 Churchills because I don't run Churchills.
Print 'em.
I did, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I printed 3 of them, yeah.
There you go.
I was going to print 3 A10s as well, just for the not as mean list. But it's, I'm doing the Polish Carpathian and Infantry Brigade, so I don't get tank support, so I don't want to invest in an actual model.
I'm half tempted to reprint the T-34s that I did. They're good, but not as good as the stuff I do now.
Yeah, you tell me. I wish I'd. Well, which one do you have?
Ender 3 Pro.
You have a 3 Pro?
Yeah.
I didn't get the Pro, but I have the 3. But mine doesn't seem to come out as nice as yours. Mine comes out, kind of like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is first series of tanks I print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but nobody sees it.
Yeah, that's true.
But he does better than I do. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that looks bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's also
it looks like
a thumbprint.
Layer lines and
it's
thumbprints.
layer lines and like
But
wood,
also-
wood grain.
Canvas, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
No, but even on the hood,
Oh, I
the
know
sloping,
that.
yeah.
I've dialed it in much better.
I wish you'd tell me how, so I could look.
I
just can't get.
I'll come to the house and help you. Because
Yeah.
it's all
Man.
how I've got it set.
It's not in the cure settings.
Probably, but I print on glass.
Okay, which I don't do. Okay.
You can print on the regular
I
base
do have
too.
a regular board, yeah.
But yeah, I print on glass. I print most things at 0.16.
0.08.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could do 0.08, but
Oh, I know
it
you
takes,
can. Yeah. I mine take a lot longer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I showed Dave the. Hang on. This is great video as I keep leaving the screen. But
Dare
I'm
I
meeting
say it improves the quality of the video.
face for radio.
Yeah.
Damn right.
But a gentleman commissioned me to do
I already
those.
saw this.
Oh wow! Yeah, these are a lot better. Man, this is smooth. That's the glass bed, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those look good. These are the doors for what is the Land Raider?
No, one of the new
Oh, one like
Floating
the
tank.
repulsor doors. Okay. For what?
Ultramarines.
Is it Ultramarines? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the little Omega symbol.
Yeah. No.
Horseshoe for good luck is really what it is.
I'll take a picture and send it to him so he can throw it up.
Put them up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, on the glass bed, it's
Yeah, but do you do rafts or skirts?
sometimes.
Okay.
It depends on what's printing. Like
Okay.
right now, what I'm printing is like 4.5 inches tall, and it's standing up at an angle, so I've got a raft around the supports.
Oh yes, you can
It's a pre-supported model.
I gotcha. See, I always use rafts, and I'm not saying you should. I don't even disagree with people who want to use skirts.
Yeah.
It's just I love to have those rafts to use as terrain foundations. You know,
Yeah.
for area terrain.
Well, if you're gonna use
if
it like that.
if you lay out your pieces in a not perfect, nice square box, you can get some nice,
Oh yeah.
without wasting too much PLA. But that's just me. But I'm just different that way.
Like if it's something that has a small footprint, like my mom has chickens, right? So I've been trying to print her this damn chicken, and it's just a chicken model.
Yeah.
But the feet are, an
really?
inch across because it's only 2.5, 3 inches tall.
Yeah.
So I tried it with just a skirt. Yeah. Tried it with a brim. Yeah. Tried it on a raft, and it got halfway through before the PLA broke, and
Oh.
that was when I figured out that my extruder was loose. So I had to rip my extruder apart and put it back together.
Oh, crazy.
So, but now everything's printing fine.
Yeah, I haven't had to do much that kind of work with my ender.
Well,
Just replace the nozzle and Bowden tube and all that stuff I haven't had to deal with.
well, so I've got the red Amazon extruder, the aluminum extruder, instead of the. I never even used the plastic extruder. I got the Doug told me that that's what I should get.
Uh-huh.
So I actually got that in before the printer showed up. So as I was building the printer, I just put it on.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the upgraded extruder and a glass bed, and that's the only upgrades I've done to it.
Extruder. I'm trying to think of which part of the extruder would be that would be plastic. 'Cause, again, you
The
got
arm.
a Pro though. The actual arm? Okay, I
Yeah,
got you, yeah.
when you bring the PLA down,
Oh, yeah,
you have to
that's,
put it through.
yes.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, yeah.
So something you should check on yours is make sure the PLA hasn't worn through, because it will wear through.
Will?
Will.
Has.
Okay, has.
Yeah, no, I did notice that, yep. Because it is sort of abrasive. Because
Yeah.
I did notice that one already.
Yeah.
But
so.
it doesn't seem to be really affecting things at this point. I have more of my troubles are at the nozzle and just getting clogged up too much. But it could be because I'm running it at 210, which is kind of hot for the hatchback PLA. But it's the top end of their space, their range, so it ends up being at max. So if it starts to vary and get a little bit hot because it doesn't cool for some reason,
It'll melt out.
Yeah, it kind of maybe burns a bit. PLA that burns isn't, you can't remelt it.
No.
So I've had that happen.
I took the silicone sock off too.
Mine broke off. It wore off enough.
Yeah. I'm in a basement, so I don't have to worry
Me
about
too.
cooling, basically.
True. Well, but usually that silicone sock keeps it from cooling too fast.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it kept popping off, so I threw the thing away.
I know. It's a nightmare. Yeah. Great idea, but it just wasn't robust enough to hold up,
Yeah.
so it comes off.
So what one are you getting, Dave?
Yeah.
Let's see how much I get from the government
Oh.
this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a need to get another one. I mean, I don't do a lot with it. I do enough to, just for the little things that I want to
I don't know what I'd
try.
do with it at this point.
Well, I like doing terrain. I'm actually working on a. I'm not a fancy CAD person at all, so I think I just use Tinkercad, something very simple. But
Oh, yeah.
what I'm working on is a Polish machine gun pillbox,
Okay.
which there isn't one out there yet, and so I've got everything but the roof. The roof is a kind of a complex geometric thing that I got to deal with, figure out how to do easily. But that's the kind of stuff I like using my 3D printer for. The stuff that you can't get normally.
Yeah.
Or if I want to buy tanks, well, like when we had that campaign, and you did your T whatever's those.
T26.
Yeah, your T26. I did my Vickers 6-tonners
Yeah.
just because that's why I got
I'm
5.
just looking at those tanks. Nothing.
It's just like,
I know they're
what's
stupid.
wrong with them?
I don't like little tankette type things.
Those aren't tankettes.
They're
Tankettes
actual
are really
tanks.
little.
I know
These
what
are
a tankette is.
Yeah, I know you know what a tankette is. Yeah, he didn't have such good luck last Thursday.
And I've got more of these at the house that
Yeah.
are printed and just primed. They aren't
Yeah.
painted yet.
See, to get the 5 tanks we needed for the campaign, we went ahead and printed them up. And I used the opportunity to print 2 of each of these just like this for the Polish. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the beauty of it. You can beat them up and not break them. But I was able to test some paint schemes and put paint choice colors on it. And that's one of the things I like using about it. But I'm not going to, now that Cromlech has come out with their regular 6-tonner, and they're about to come out with their twin turret 6-tonner, I'm going to eventually replace those with the actual models, resin models, because those look so much better.
The resin models are so much better.
Yeah, they are.
But you know what? For my basically 3rd army,
Yeah.
that doesn't get played all the time.
Right.
These are perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I mean, there's things like my 40K stuff. The only 3D printed things I have for 40K are bases, because I've got specialized bases for my Dark Angels.
I didn't know that.
Basically, it looks like a cracked church floor.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And then I actually bought it because I can't do sintering shoulder pads for my exorcists.
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
yeah.
That's a nice
That thing
tank.
took forever to print and build, though.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's so many different stupid little parts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Each tread separate.
Yes.
The front, back,
Oh.
and that are all separate pieces.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything I've built tank-wise or printed has been the 2 tracks are separate, the hull's one piece, and the turret goes separate.
Yeah, most of them are like that.
That's-
Not the
yeah.
T-34. No, can't
No.
find T-34 like that.
Well, there's some really good ones out there. But yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, those quad tractors. I need 4 of them.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say I don't need 4 of them. I need 4 of them just in case I face that guy, right? And I want to bring something to put that guy in his place.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna go and buy 4 of them just to have it.
Right.
'Cause I'll use it once.
Well, I
maybe.
mean, let's look at that. I've printed 3 T-34s, 2 T-28s, 4 or 6 T-26s, all the trucks. Granted, if I'd have purchased every one of those models, it would have cost me more than the Ender.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I have saved over $2,000 printing compared to if I had bought everything I printed and took out the cost of the Ender, I'd have spent $2,000 more in that.
Yep.
It is, and that's what so I've added up the cost of the printer, all the PLA I've used, and all the parts I bought, the nozzles and things.
Yeah.
Add all that together, and it's X number of dollars. Add up all the models I've printed, the value, that's $2,000 more than that. And that's only in 2 years?
Yeah.
No, 3.
3 years.
Because it was Adepticon 2019?
Yep.
Almost 3 years.
So,
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
2021. So,
19.
yeah, about 2 years.
Well, 19, 2021.
19, 20,
But I
20,
got it
21.
I got it in 19. In March of 19.
Okay.
Okay, so March 21, or March 20, March 21, yeah. So this is the second year. Right?
Math is hard.
Math, yeah, and we don't.
I'm a truck driver, not a mathematician.
So that's actually pretty good savings.
Yeah. And I'm using mine now. I have to send a bunch of stuff off. Again, going back to I'm doing the RC thing as well. Is there's a new YouTube channel out there, and I'm trying to support him. And I printed a couple of things and sent it to him just as a, hey, here's one for you and one to give away. And then he turned around and sent me. He said, hey, can you put my logo on this?
Oh.
I said, well, I didn't want to break copyright. That's why it just says your name and it's not the logo. So he sent me the logo. So I took the logo and I made it 3D. Because it's just a 2D logo. I 3D'd it. And now I'm putting the logo on things. I need to send him the proof run of each of these.
Oh, that's cool.
And if they start selling, I'm buying another printer.
Oh, okay. That's a fair use of it. Yeah.
And then I can start printing off, more. What I really want to do is print more walls to use for, like 40K kill team stuff.
Yep. Yeah, those.
They're
expensive. Oh, you mean the
actual
actual models are
models.
very expensive, and walls are so cheap to make. And
Print them in vase mode.
Vase mode.
Yep.
What's
They're
that?
completely hollow. Turn them upside down. Print them in vase mode. The bottom's open, like a vase.
Oh, right.
would be.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that would work as long as there's no. Let's see. I print these kind of cobbles all the way around, so that
It'll do
put
it.
upside down. Except it would be smooth up top, and you wouldn't want that. You want the cobble look.
No,
Well,
you make the open spot on the bottom.
Right. But if that's on the bottom, would that not be flat?
No,
I guess
it would
The
use
support,
supports.
yeah, you'd use supports,
Yeah.
tiny supports, yeah. Hey, I'll try that. That's a good idea. But you can't know everything. You got to share the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And you get the benefit of it because you get stuff because we don't.
I've got one thing.
Yeah.
So
1 is greater than 0.
That's not stuff. That's a thing.
That's part of the stuff.
Did I never brought those.
I got it.
Because I brought a bunch of rock walls, or printed a
Yeah.
bunch of rock walls. I need to bring them in.
No, I've gotten.
I got him the SDKSD7, which is the
Oh.
tractor that hauls the 88 millimeter.
Yeah.
And I'm working on getting a couple back in for you.
Oh, really?
Print. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You wanted it.
Yeah, I
You
did.
told me you wanted one.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I found a file. It's really good, except I'm having trouble printing it because of the way
You
I
want to
decided
capture
to lay it
T-34?
out.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I can run a capture T-34.
Actually,
you only
can.
capture a thing I know. Well, it's because I haven't looked through all the campaigns. The only thing that's in like the main German armies is the that French tank that's a piece of crap.
Which one?
No.
No, which one?
Yeah.
You pick your one. You pick your tank.
That's not in that book. It's in the armies of Germany.
That's States.
No, I know that. I'm looking for. I thought there was something in here. There isn't.
Tank
Okay.
War. Yeah, I don't know where mine.
It's a selector in
Yeah.
the armies of Germany. It's
Mhm.
I think it's a Renault.
You would definitely have an R39, an R35.
I mean, sure, I'd take a French tank if I was fighting Japanese because I know it'd be better than their tank.
Well,
Little Japanese.
feed-out gun armor them really well. But that's actually one of the things I did print a while back was the R40 for my Poles that were fighting in France. But I haven't painted that up yet. No, they're tiny little tanks. I just can't get over.
Almost tankettes.
Yes, not quite. Yes. Yeah. I think Dave hates my light mortars. I think he's starting to hate my tankettes as much.
I don't face your tank yet that much. That's the problem.
I'll have to change that.
I haven't really. I've dealt with it like 3 times maybe.
I think, yeah, that's about it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's annoyed you every single time. It's kind
I
of
need
like your motorcycle.
I need to play the early war armor list again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was fun when we did that. Oh, man, that was fun. Going out, yeah, that was... Tank war can be fun. I think early war. Late war, it's not as much fun.
No.
Just, yeah. But early war, it is a whole lot more enjoyable.
And
So-
even throwing those tanks in with regular infantry, they didn't really do that much against the infantry because you had to fight the other little tank with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
We should probably try, not record it, just because I think it was a bad idea. There, when Tabletop CP tried that thing with adding an extra
Yeah.
dice in for doing like an Erewhon thing, adding an extra dice in for the tank.
Okay, Dave tell you about
Yeah, I saw that
'Cause
in the group.
Yeah, because that's a good concept. Because yes, in Warlords of Erewhon, you do get the monsters often, not always, often get an extra order die, so they have to act twice.
Yep. Or more.
And, yeah, 3 times is a couple of them. And that actually does make sense. Now they basically said you only fire the main gun once.
If you only fire once, you can move multiple times. The only thing that really screwed them up when they did it is like what to do if you put it on ambush on the first dice. What would happen to that? That was the only hiccup they ran into.
Yeah, what I would honestly, if you end up pulling, the ambush stays there. But if you draw a dice and you got to play it, you have to put it down on that thing and you'll have to replace it with something else. It could be another ambush, but you only get the one. You basically delayed your actions too long, and you've lost some time, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of works out. But I don't know if you necessarily would want to limit it to 1 fire per.
If you do that, though, then you're gonna break the game.
No, I understand that. Looking at the time scales involved, tanks don't fire as fast as they should, and a lot of other things don't either. I'm starting to mess with the whole game. That's me. I don't want to mess with that now.
I mean, you could maybe fire your if you have a hull-mounted machine gun, maybe fire that, but not fire the main gun more than once.
Yeah, imagine going up against his 4 quad or
His
4
whirlwind, yeah.
You don't my whirlwind shooting twice a turn?
No, I don't. But we can easily put special German rules in that don't. But
Germans get screwed over anyway in the game, so why not?
This is actually interesting because one of the things I've always missed about Squad Leader, I used to play that because that goes into a whole level of detail below what Bolt Action does. I mean, Advanced Squad Leader, even with the Squad Leader before that. Oh no! I'm not recommending that, though. I really do like that because I'm a table kind of guy. But one thing I did like is that certain turrets or certain
weapons.
No, it really was turrets. Had the speed of the turret mattered. You had certain turrets could move faster than others. The M10 manually cranked couldn't turn as fast as the Shering could, or even the Panthers. So what you would do is for example, what you could do in Bolt Action is set your tank on ambush and pick the guns in. If something comes into line of sight, you want to spring your ambush, but it's not an arc, you'd have to pivot, and then you could be who gets to fire first kind of mechanic in there, and maybe that could allow for some of that excitement. I guess there's more excitement that way. If you threw multiple order dice in, you could probably play with that mechanic too. Maybe I don't know, but I do like the idea.
You could also use like an advance to just turn the turret.
Yeah.
You have the ambush on it, and your second dice you just use advance just to turn the turret.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that would help too. But see, could it really move twice as fast? Because you think about the slow tanks, they're designed to move as fast as an infantry would be able to. When the fastest tank can go is 12 miles an hour, and that's what a human would run.
I don't think any of us use slow tanks though.
Well, that's because I haven't finished my French army yet.
I didn't know you had a French army.
The Polish, the 10th Armored Cavalry Brigade, yes, the Polish that were fighting in France. They came from Poland, 10th Cavalry, the 10th Armored Cavalry, sorry, get this right, 10th Cavalry Brigade escaped, a lot of them escaped from Hungary and Romania through Yugoslavia into France, reformed with a lot of other Poles into, and again, Maciek was leading that one too, into a full division this time, instead of just a brigade, an armored division. And unfortunately they had, I think, 3 days of battle because the French just didn't really
Understand how to fight?
no, well, that too, but they didn't give them supplies, support, and even assign them to anything until it was kind of too late. But they did fight, and they did hold off a German attack. But anyway...
Rangers make guns go bang.
Yeah. yeah.
I could say something about the Germans, but I'll probably get the video flag.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't get me flagged, please. No, what's really kind of cool is... so I created that division. I do have the tanks printed, the Renault R40. It is slow. And if you were able to do the 2 order dice and move twice, then it would actually move twice as fast as it should be able to. So I like the concept, but there are some other things that get in the way. Yeah. Maybe a regular tank, and this may be why how it could work on it. If it doesn't have the slow rule, it can have 2 order dice. If it's slow, you only get the 1 order dice. Just a thought. But yeah,
we can play test it.
We need to, because
you got other stuff to play test too. Let's throw that on the pile.
We have a lot of stuff to play test. At least I have a lot of stuff to play test.
And then the stupid thing that I want you to do that you probably always keep forgetting about. I'm gonna keep reminding you of it.
Please do, because sometimes I do forget about it. Other times I just ignore.
Bolt action 40K.
Bolt action 40K.
No, I have not forgotten that. I really haven't.
I knew that's where he was going.
Yeah,
with it.
no, that is a really good idea. I'm trying to get.
We got other stuff.
Trying to get back into 40K. Just.
How did your game go? Did you play?
I wasn't able to play.
Oh,
No, no, because the game that was going, we went so long, they had to leave, and I couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was kind of stuck.
Anyway, back to our topic, just because
we had a topic.
The 3D printing.
Oh, the 3D printing. That's right. Yeah, let's
tangent, and Dave pulls us back.
Yeah. So, because you guys print like
gobs of stuff.
Do you think at some point, like, just because they're the almighty, everybody bow down to GW?
No.
Do you think they'll just start selling STLs?
No. There's too much abuse
available. Doubt.
There's too much what?
Too much abuse available for it.
As soon as an STL escapes, it can be shared without any trouble at all.
Yep. Like the interior for my Scout. I paid $8 for that STL. And it's got a non-share license, right? It's a personal use license. The files are out there. I paid the guy. I could have downloaded the files off a pirate site. I'm not going to do that because the guy did the work. So I paid for the $8. I paid the $8. Like I said, it was like $8.
Yeah.
Big deal. I just printed, an interior. I could turn around and print interiors. Like, say, if you got an International Scout, I could print you an interior off that. Technically breaking the law because I don't have a license for it.
Even though you paid for it.
Or even give you the file. And
or
you could
or
get your own printer.
Because it's.
Well, couldn't they do a thing like? This is a really weird, like, pullback from way back. Like remember, like old computer games had like keys on that you had to put in to use them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
you couldn't do that with an STL file.
No, because an STL file, I can take an STL file and save it to the computer. Like download the STL, I run it through the slicer, and then it's no longer an STL. Now it's a G code. For me, so I can print as much as I want off of that G code.
Yeah.
There's no way that an STL can right now. There's no way an STL can import a limited number of times.
Right.
And truthfully, there's no way you can import a limited number of times on an STL because I can just copy the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have different copies of the same STL file. Yeah, there's.
So what are they going to do to combat this?
I don't think they have to.
You don't think they have to?
So, as it stands right now, even using a resin printer, you're not getting the kind of definition that you get on a GW product.
Yet.
Yeah,
well,
that's why I
I
said
think
not yet.
on a resin you can.
Well,
but at the cost of some fragility.
Yeah.
And the cost
Yeah,
Resin's not cheap.
Expensive.
The time investing in all the you need your UV curing, which is not a simple
Your
thing.
wash station.
Yep, your wash station, your actual printer. There's a lot to it.
But they're actually coming because Billy's got a setup that's it's like they're about like this by about this. He's got two of them. He's got it on a sale, a Black Friday sale. One of them is actually the
Printer, and
the
the
printer,
one's
and
the
then
wash
you
and
put
cure.
it in and it washes and cures at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a Mars product, if I remember right. Because I was looking at it too.
Well, yeah. But still, I guess if you
Because I mean, look, you went from metal to plastic. I mean,
well, that
it's
was a
going
huge
to-
improvement anyway.
and then not everybody uses resin, but
Oh no, I know, no, they don't.
I mean, I don't know. Seems like they have somewhat of a problem. They're just kind of not like ignoring it, but I don't think they know how to deal with it.
I agree with that, but I don't know that it's such a big problem because there's not a lot of people who are going to do it.
yeah.
Um,
I've tried printing Terminators. Just to see, because there's cataphractic Terminator out there. And I tried printing.
and how long it takes you to print any given model is a thing.
Yeah, I would rather spend the $50, get the 5 models.
Get it done by the weekend, and boom, you're.
Do you think they'll go to more than? I know they. I don't know the last Adepticon was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
They changed their rules where you have to use GW models on a GW base.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing 40K.
If you're playing,
Yeah.
Do you think more companies will go to like that? I mean, obviously Warlord won't because there's so much. Because you can't copyright World War II stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on. Well, granted, for me, that only took 3 models out of my whole equation. Because my Cromlech artillery guns.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I can't use those as Earthshaker batteries
Right.
anymore. Whatever. But, again, and if we're talking about stuff like this, recasting, right? Recasters make a buttload of money, stealing the. Well, they buy the model, they mold the model, and they make their own copies.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that even so much of a thing anymore now with 3D printing?
yes, it actually is.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Because
they're still doing it.
there's a gentleman in the area that has a Warlord Titan.
Mm-hmm.
That $4,000 model or whatever it is from Forge World.
Yeah.
It was like $400 for that whole model.
Yeah.
That was a recast?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to tell once it's painted. Which is part of the problem.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you can't tell. One of my Dark Angels flyers is a recast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, well, that thing's. You probably could on that thing because of how crappily it's painted, but.
Well,
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It is a thing, and a lot of people use it, including me. And like my Warhound Titans. Well, I've got one. I sold one. They don't make the Lucius pattern Warhound Titan anymore. That's the one I wanted.
yeah.
So that's why I got a recast. My Contemptor Dreadnought and my the Tech Marine from the Thud Gun.
Oh, yeah.
Those are both. I got those at Adepticon. I bought them from Forge World at Adepticon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could have gotten the recast for $6, but you know what? I still want to support.
Yeah. You kind of have to.
Yeah, because if they stop making the rules and the models, there's no game.
Exactly.
That's one thing I like about Warlord is. Oops. What is this? $40,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
$40 for that. And Osprey and Warlord get money from that. And then we turn around and we can print our own toys for it. And Warlord doesn't technically lose any money because, like Dave said, you can't copyright World War II.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, GW, on the other hand, has their own rule set that you have to use those models with.
Yeah.
And and they copyright words.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They create their own words just for the copyright. Yeah, which makes
Adeptus
some
Astartes.
sense, but no.
Codex Space
That's
Marine.
Space Marines, man. There's no such thing
Yeah.
as Adeptus Astartes.
Well, it's
or
like
Adeptus, or was it? What's the
Psoriasis and the Mechanicus.
Astra Militarum.
that thing? Yeah,
You're in the
because-
guard now, son.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hated when they changed that. It's still guard to me
Oh yeah.
because
I don't even use guard. I just use catechin.
true, they get around it that way. I can't quite do that because mine are technically traitor because mine are allied with the
Guevara.
Tau. Guevara, yeah, Gavesa.
Whatever.
Gavesa.
Dirty traitors need to be burned.
Heretic.
Yeah, but it's fun to build them that way.
Suffer not the Xenos to live.
That's one of the things I like about the. I really do like the older models, GW, because they're a lot easier to convert.
That is true.
The newer stuff.
The newer stuff looks better, but it's too hard to convert.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Now, some people still can do it. But it requires more skill than some people maybe have, and especially with when you want to get people introduced to converting, kit bashing, is also what it's called. You want to have something that's easy for them to learn on, and it's kind of hard the way GW has kind of engineered some of their current models, and I'm not faulting them. It's entirely fine. I just happen to prefer the older stuff because they were so much easier to convert. You get some really cool looking
Well,
models.
that's why
after
they
that.
haven't come out with new orcs yet in a while. Just because that's what you do with orcs. You convert
Yes.
the hell out of them.
Yep.
And 3D print stuff.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but see, again, I like Cromlech's orc stuff a lot. Their detail parts that
Yeah.
they do.
Well, like,
But again, I don't.
Yeah. So the GW. But what about stuff like foregrounds? 3D printing can
Yeah.
potentially put them out of business.
I don't know.
It
I
takes
know
a-
where you're heading. Go
Most
ahead,
people-
Joker.
I say it takes a long time to print a house.
It does.
Right.
And you printing something like this specific model is going to be much harder on a 3D printer, and I don't think it'll look as good.
No.
Personally, I don't plan on ever stopping buying foreground stuff. But I have, no, I don't anymore. But I will probably end up with as many 3D printed buildings as I do foreground buildings.
Say no, you don't. You have way more foregrounds building.
No, right now I do, yes, because of what I did last year or 2 years ago, and I bought a ton of stuff. But up until then, I had more 3D printed buildings. But again, those buildings, you can't get those anywhere else. They're unique. I mean, nowhere in the buildings that I have printed off can you find a model of that building. And so this adds more variety. And
Yeah.
I love
But
that.
like you were saying with like the GW walls, I mean,
Oh, that's
$60
a whole
for
different
three
thing.
walls.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
At
That's,
least 60, probably more.
Personally, I think it's a business mistake they're making. But that's not for you to decide.
Let's not talk about companies and their business.
No,
mistakes.
no. But
Go off again.
when I think, I understand. But walls should be cheap, easy to come by. You should get plenty of them because if you really want to create a walled anything, you're gonna need at least 4 linear feet. A 2x2, a 2 foot by 2 foot gives you basically this corner of the table, which is a pretty nice big enclosure.
Yeah.
But a 1 by 1 by 1, that's 4 linear feet of wall, and that's only a single building in the middle. So you need at least 4 feet of wall
Yep.
to make a decent enclosure, not necessarily a good one, just a decent one. So these few walls you get in GW now, $60 for not 4 feet, that's way too expensive to try to terrain a tabletop. Think of how many walls we've got here, and then we've got at the shop. At the shop. Think of the ones I've got just for my foreground. Just the linear feet involved, and we still struggle to wall up a full table.
Well, you want all the walls look the same, yeah, but
Well, no, they don't have to look the same because they really didn't.
Yeah.
You just look at France. I mean, you had walls of all sorts, right? But if we were to have a table where part of it was farm pasture kind of and part of it was city or the edges of a town, right? My foreground walls would be great. We can start a part of a wall set for that. if we brought the ones from the shop, which we can't, but if we did, that would allow us to wall off a little bit more of the town. And then the walls we have here, we'd be able to set up some pretty good farm walls, but it's still kind of a little light on the walls when you're trying to separate farm fields. So that's a lot of walls you need, you know. So you don't want to price those things too high. And I think these are resin.
Those are her starts.
Her starts.
This is dental plaster.
Oh, okay. Oh, these are in the molds, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the her start molds. Okay. Okay, yeah, because those are really nice. They're actually for 15 mil, but they work really well as a low wall for 28 mil.
Yep.
That's another thing that's nice about the walls, is you can actually go with different scales and get, use Flames of War walls for bolt action, or 40K if you wanted to. Doesn't always have to be these really nice imperial gothic walls,
Well, look at the industrial terrain I'm printing.
Mm-hmm.
It's rings and platforms, and I just stuff a piece of pipe insulation in it to make the pipe.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, the stuff you got that we used for the Star Wars train that one day.
Oh yeah.
Those really nice. I mean,
Those are 3D printed.
Yeah, they're 3D printed, and they're generic enough. They're sci-fi for sure, but they're generic enough. They would work really well in 40K, but they worked really awesome in Star Wars. It was fun to set the board up. But anyway, so I think there's still room at least in the terrain space for both, because there is no way I'm printing a barn like that, and there's just no way, because I cannot get the nice looking wood look on a 3D printer.
Yeah. Even the block houses, like the brick houses that I printed, they don't look good. They make a table.
Oh yeah,
That's about all I can say.
Yeah. Now Doug was able to get a few things. The Italian stuff over there is pretty good. He dialed it in pretty well.
Yeah.
But even those aren't quite. Yeah, all those are printed. That one's printed.
This is you printed that?
Yeah. No, I didn't. Doug did.
On the side, so you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're entirely. But even the ones that are there, those are also 3D printed. Yeah.
Oh, I can saw it now. Let's see that.
Yeah.
I guess
Depends on how you dial it in, but again, you're looking at, there are things you can do with 3D print you can't do. I'm sorry, can't get elsewhere on the market, and so there's a lot of room for 3D printers to do their thing, and a lot of room for modelers to buy their stuff.
Yep.
Personally, I have a lot of Mordenheim. Is it Mordenheim? Mordenberg, I think. Buildings from foreground that I'm going to be getting for our Frostgrave and Warlords of Erewhon cities. Because just like I was able to do this whole table with the foreground Normandy stuff, I want to do the same thing with fantasy. Cause
I need to print some more of
a few
those.
years away, but
Yeah, I need to print some more of those Norse buildings that I've got.
yeah, those are nice. Those came out really, really good. So, and what's neat is the small ones, aren't actually houses; they're workshops and stuff like that. So you can build more of the houses and make the whole village look or feel very village-like with different types of workshops around. And again, you can't get those Norse buildings anywhere really. Now, Foreground has a couple Norse buildings, but not nearly the variety. So I don't think there's going to be any risk to those companies when it comes to 3D printer competition. Tank models maybe, but again, I'm not going to give up my tank models. I love building Rubicon kits, and when I do my stuff for my specific Polish armies, I'm going with the model. I'm going to get Perry miniatures for their ambulance. I'm using their crew for the 25 pounders that they've got. I'm actually going to buy their 25 pounder for my Polish 1st Armor Division. Yeah, I'm using real models for those things. So when I do my Resistance Warsaw Uprising, the Panther, the 2 Panther Gs. Yes, 2 Panther Gs. I'm going to be using Rubicon. Well, they had them.
Not me. I will print every tank I can.
Yeah.
For bolt action, and use the money that I save printing the tanks to buy more infantry.
Yes.
Because I need more Rangers, don't I, Dave?
I'd rather face a Soviet horde again.
Well, I think you need some artillery too. We got one pack howitzer, but
I got one pack howitzer. I got one light anti-tank gun.
Yeah, you need to get a medium, and you need to get a medium order. I don't think you have a medium order yet.
No.
But that would be a good addition.
Well, no, I do.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure where all the parts are because when we were moving, it dropped and it exploded.
Oh.
So.
Okay. It exploded as exploding in a disassembled fashion.
Oh,
Yes.
I need to glue Hitler back onto his base today.
Hitler.
Did you
I
fall
thought it
over?
was Stalin.
No, my Hitler.
Oh, your
One of
Hitler.
my
Yeah, yes.
No, Stalin's.
He got a Rubicon
That's
kit.
Lenin.
Lenin,
That's,
yeah.
That's Lenin, yeah.
Wrong grad.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Soviets doesn't even know who the leaders are. Whatever.
He doesn't need to. He just needs to go forward and die. I mean, fight.
Broseph Stalin. That's right. Yeah, Broseph Stalin has the big mustache.
Yes.
Lenin,
Yeah,
Lenin
that's
has
right.
a little mustache.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. I never really paid attention to that.
Magnum PI versus what's his face? Who's the guy he lived with?
I don't know.
Oh, Higgins.
Higgins.
I don't know,
yeah.
Higgins. Yeah. I like that actor and that character. That was really cool. That was really cool.
Little mustache versus
Yeah.
big mustache.
Oh, I was just looking over there and noticed the terrain you bought.
Let me get it.
Yeah, go ahead, because
I got
this is a perfect example of why 3D printer. I don't think 3D printers are really going to be any competition for terrain makers, because you could print all of these just fine. But how much did you pay for this? One of
Too
those?
much. All that was
All
like
that together.
$30.
And it's all assembled, ready to go. I mean, this is really nice looking. There's no cleanup or anything. A little wash might be nice on that. But this to try to print, that would be a little bit of a challenge. I mean, it can be printed. Don't get me wrong, but to try to get it to look that nice with that definition
Yeah.
on the tabletop, I think it loses something.
This is definitely
That's
something
mine.
that a resin printer would do.
Well, yeah. That's
I could FDM this.
FDM. Sorry.
Enter-
Filament. Yeah.
filament. See, that's when I should have flipped the camera off because you could have just put the picture up.
That
over
would
it.
no. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, but this is just. It just reminds me so much of Skyrim. I love it. Yeah. This really makes me want to play Skyrim again. I haven't done that in about a year. Not that I don't like it, just I'm trying to get models done, and I can't
No, I
afford
understand that.
can't afford to sink the time into video gaming.
I don't know. I put
Ow.
dang near 400 hours into Cyberpunk.
Oh, did you? Oh, wow. See, 400 hours. How many models did that get me done? Probably 3.
3.
No.
Slow as you pay? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'd
The
have put
fact that we came up with the same number is scary.
if I'd have put 400 hours into painting, I'd have had 7 armies done.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Just wait till probably
Oh,
the end of this month.
Yeah.
Do that video of that army I've been painting.
Yeah, we're going to do a kind of a showcase of his newest army for World's Fair 1. We're going to, he took upon himself to take advantage of TT Combat's Halfling Undead army, and it's really cool sculpts. And there are no rules in Warlords of Erewhon, but that didn't stop us because we made them. And boy, those look nice. So we're going to show that off. We're going to start to talk about Warlords of Erewhon too. And that's actually, I think, going to be on the Hedgehog channel instead of my particular channel, though. So I'll probably link to it. But you did a good job with those. The way they look. I know it's been a lot of work because there's a lot of models in there. Each package, what was it, 20 infantry came in a package?
20 infantry.
Yeah, so that's a lot of models just in one package. That works out to be pretty cheap too.
Oh, I didn't even add up the cost. I'm just trying to think model wise what I have done. I have archers,
20 of those?
sword and board,
20?
spears,
20? That's 60 models so far.
mummies.
That's 10 though, right?
No, that's 20.
That's 20 mummies? Oh my goodness, that's 80 so far.
10 cavalry.
That's 90.
I'm trying to think. There's 300 stands. 3 times 4 is 12 ghosts.
102.
8 command models.
120.
4 each for the catapults. So that's
All right,
another
we can
8.
file for yeah. So 128.
I still have. I'm working on 20 ghouls,
148.
20 zombies,
168.
the 4 imps,
172.
And the 2 zombie ogres.
180 even. Okay. But you didn't pay that much for that.
For that army?
Yeah.
I did.
Really?
It was like $30 for
Is it?
for the infantries. For each 20 pack is about $30.
Oh, that's only $1.50 a model. That's not too bad.
No,
That's really good. I didn't realize the economics
it was
involved
like
there, but yeah.
because the commandment, because they were all individual. Those were about $8 a piece.
Oh, those would be, those are special. And the
I think
2
the cheap
ogres are the
$5 a piece.
yeah, because those are the
$5, $6.
WizKids ones.
WizKids ones.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so there's plenty of reason to go still buy models. I know not for you. But
I need to paint those Ninja Samurais that I have.
mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah, and I don't really want to print much more because that just adds to my queue, and I'm trying to dwindle that down.
You don't want it. I know your queue's big, but
Well, once you add in your Skaven, and that alone starts throwing you over because
I don't have that much Skaven left to paint.
the 80.
I have all those metal ones.
Yeah.
Those aren't going to get done this. That was my original idea, was to get those done this year, and then now it's just,
then the halflings came up.
Halflings came up, and then all the stuff that I've bought while I still had that. I have. There's at least 30 of those pioneers in that box.
Yeah, there are 30.
There's 30 of those. There's
31.
31 of those.
Yep, in the Pioneer box. Yep.
That's a weird number to have.
That's because 6 of them are metal. You have 5 sprues plus 6 metal models.
What's metal in that?
The Goliath operator. I'm not counting the Goliath itself. You've got
That better not be in pieces. I will be mad.
no, I don't think it is. Just single metal model.
It better be.
The mine clearing guy, the anti-tank rifle guy, a flamethrower guy. Just don't get too excited. You've got a guy doing wire cutting, and then there's one other I forget, but it's another.
Probably a command model.
No, I don't think it's a command model, but it is. Oh, he's got one of those fancy. I don't remember the actual name of the weapon, but it's one of the fancy anti-tank guns. It's a handgun, almost like a handgun. Think of a baby Panzerfaust. I think it's a one-use item, or no, it's not a one-use. I don't think. But anyway, it's in the rules. You can equip it. So those are the 6 metal models you get.
Okay, so that's 31. I got a God tier box to do. That's 5
Forgot about that
models.
one.
There's a Orc Blood Bowl team. That's 20 models. 4 sets of Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. That's 2 models. That's another 8 models on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
I have some more Varan Empire stuff that I bought last year.
That's a Warlord game, or Warlords Vera 1 army that
It's
we
Scorn.
kind of,
It's Scorn from War Machine. I have 5
converted.
models. No, I have 25 models because I have a 10-man squad.
Shoot.
I have 2 Warlords of Erewhon armies, which are over 50 models apiece.
Oh, that's right.
That are still in box.
Yeah,
I have
that's right.
1 unit painted, 1 unit primed for.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
Still over 429 models?
no, but I paint faster than you.
Yeah, I know
That's
you
why.
do, but I got 429 models in my queue.
How many you plan on getting done this year?
1. No. I'm planning to get more than that. I have to get at least 50 of them done. I have to absolutely do it. And I have not been making significant progress, though in the last couple months I've been doing
50.
Getting a lot more. Hey, I set my targets low, that way I can outdo myself every time.
Did set my target. I set my
Oh, yeah. You did not set your target low. You set your target normal.
for the
You just got
past 3
inspired.
years. Ash from Grill Miniature Games has a Facebook group
Yeah.
for holiday.
You don't do that, though, do you? Okay.
Holiday resolutions for painting, and every year you go in and you add a new post to it, and like you post what you painted in there, so people can take a look at stuff. But for the past 3 years, at least 3 years, I've set my goal at 150.
Yep.
This year, I'm gonna smash it by the end of this month.
Simply because of his
Halfling.
this halfling horde army, yeah.
Because it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, like last year I was like, okay, I'm gonna. Guild Ball was still going. I was like, I got a couple teams of that I got to paint. I got a couple bolt. I had bolt action. I was getting. I'd just gotten into, and then I was still looking into getting into Batman. So I was like, okay, that's probably about 150 miles worth right there. And I ended up like almost 300 in that last year because of Germans, because of getting in to God tier the short time I was into that.
Mhm.
Getting into Lord knows what else. Too much other stuff. I painted Harlequins for 9th and then yay.
Oh yeah, the Harlequins didn't work out so well so far. I don't think I'm gonna invest a lot of time. Definitely not gonna invest any more money into 40K model wise.
Yeah, you will.
No, I will not.
You won't for 40K, but you will. April.
Why?
Stargrave.
Well, yeah, that's not for 40. I said for 40K. Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons I want to try to get my model queue down. So when I add my Frost or Stargrave stuff, I'll still have less than what I started the year with. That's my goal. Have fewer models than I started the year with.
That was the other thing that I got. I painted last year.
What was that?
That Legion army.
Oh, you're right. The huge Legion army.
I did that all within like 2 months.
Oh, Amidala, you've got crazy eyes.
Oh, she doesn't.
She's got crazy eyes.
She's got mad eyes.
She's got crazy eyes.
Look, just because I paint eyes on everything.
What are eyes?
I know. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I watched one of Uncle Adam's videos,
Uh-huh.
and he talked about painting eyes. He's like, you wouldn't see eyes in the battle anyway, so don't paint them. He's like, just wash over. I'm like, no.
Yep. I feel the same way he does.
That's why I like the Skaven, because it's just I don't have to do an eyeball. It's just red.
That's true. Yeah, that's easy.
Orcs,
Right.
red.
Yep.
I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
you can't tell. I did.
Did you paint the eyes on it?
Heck no.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can't tell.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I can't tell, but it's.
Yep. Can't tell. Nope. Not worth it. Hunter, my youngest son. I threatened him because he threatened me to say that he was gonna paint his eyes on. So I said, well, if you do that, no, if you're able to do that, you're sleeping on the porch. This is the middle of winter, but I told him that anyway. He still pulled it off, and it's just he can do it. I
painted
can't.
something?
Oh, well, he painted eyes on it. Yeah. Oh, he's painted a lot.
Oh, he just painted the eyes. He's not painting anything else.
No, he finished it. He's just.
You know you've passed that trait on of slow painting onto him.
Yes, I know. I'm very, very proud. Yes, he takes his time.
That's the word for it.
He takes his time.
He's meticulous.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
meticulous,
actually,
and look, I plow through stuff.
Well, let's see.
I'm the opposite of meticulous.
Yeah,
And you plow through more stuff than I do.
yeah. But he and I kind of. He isn't. Our personalities are not exactly the same. But
No.
one thing we do share is that we have to kind of be in the mood to paint what we're wanting to paint. Otherwise, it just doesn't come out.
Yep.
And so he definitely bounces back and forth between his stuff like I do. And he'll have models sitting for a while until he gets that mood. But man, once he gets that mood, he gets it done way faster than I could ever get it done.
You know what we need to do, just for S's and G's?
What's that?
Do the,
Everybody paint a model?
no,
Oh.
each one of us just bring our army
Mm-hmm.
and compare the paint jobs.
Oh,
Because,
we could probably do that now.
yeah.
You have enough here. We can probably do that after this is over.
yeah, because I've got my army I painted in a day
Yeah.
over there.
Right.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Yeah. I don't. Oh, no, I don't have it on my stuff here.
You don't have any of your stuff here?
No.
really?
I took the Polish stuff out, my Carpathians out, because I was gonna play him yesterday with James. So I brought him to the shop. But since we're gonna end up meeting tomorrow, I'm
That's good.
gonna take them over there. So yeah, they're in the car right now, and I got dropped off. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't have any of my other models here. Just my Black Seas models.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, I know. That's me though.
Yeah, we'll have to do it another time then.
Yeah. I tell you, there's.
Just, like I said, if you take mine, yeah, you know what? Mine from here to that house look flipping great.
They really do.
But
They
as soon
really
as you
do.
start looking at them, you're like, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But you know what? I don't paint for display. I paint for get them on the table. They look good from 3 feet away.
Yep. It took me a while to get there, but I got there.
You're...
But go ahead, Dave. Say it, because you're headed where I'm headed.
No, he paints very much like Doug does.
Oh, he
Dave.
does.
Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doug didn't care as long as it looked good from 3 feet away.
Yeah.
He did not care.
Yeah.
He cared a little. He cared a little bit
Yeah.
with some stuff, but when we went to a War Machine tournament, I don't really want to say upset, but he got miffed that I won. There was a painting competition.
Oh, yeah.
I won the painting competition over him. He got miffed because everything at that time was still candy coated. I used to gloss spray the hell out of everything,
and it looked good.
On
some still does.
Some of it, yeah. On some things it looked good. Some things it didn't look good.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
It was 2 coats of Testors, the little spray can I got. Gloss coat. 2 coats of that, and you could drop it in the painting gun chip.
Yeah, yeah. Even the metal.
Yes.
It was good stuff. Yeah. So, but I used to be extremely meticulous with every model I painted, and I learned that I don't have to do that. So when I did my first Armor Division stuff, I mean, I've got the grass stains on their knees and elbows, you know, and not that you guys could tell, but I could when I'm looking at it, but that's me. No one else can tell because it's so subtle. They still look great there, but when I did my Carpathians Western Desert, I didn't go that far because you don't see it. So I had enough definition in the colors, just enough contrast that by the time it got 3 feet away, it looked passable, and more than passable, but it looked good.
I found a lot of shortcuts to doing stuff like that because I'm still rather meticulous. But I'm like, unlike those clones, all those clones, because they're in a desert or a forest. All those clones that have the grass on there, their feet they're from about shin up, shin down is muddied.
Mud on the yep.
And that I don't.
So we'll show.
And they're all
picture of that too.
They're all because I watch a lot of Star Wars or Legion bat reps, and a lot of people do their clones and even their stormtroopers in pure white.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
these look.
You have to. They're not gonna. They got battle grime on them.
Yeah, they do. And I love that. I love that look. It really works well.
Even the stormtroopers I did for Imperial Assault, they're grimy as all get out too.
Yeah. And the one thing I do still, and this is where I get meticulous, is all the colors have to be right. So the bayonet frog, the canteen, the handle of the entrenching tool, the blade of the entrenching tool, and so on and so forth, right? All those have to be the right colors. So that's where I waste a lot of my time. I'm going to say waste, but to me, I like that look. I like to be able to look, because even at 3 feet across, I can still see that the canteen is a dark green, but the pouch, it's just the pouch is still the English brown or khaki brown.
I could have saved myself because not doing any research on how I did my German. I mean, because all the German equipment's gray, right? For the most gray green.
No.
On their back?
No, that's they've got black leather, that Y harness.
Yeah.
That's black. The Mauser belt pouch ammunition pouches are black, which will get a little brown as they wear and kind of fade. The canister, the gas mask canister, I think that's what it is. The ribbed canister, that's a dark camo green. Then they do have some other shades of that field gray pouches and stuff. But no, there's a lot of different colors on there. And my Polish early war stuff is the same way. I've got gray-green, what's kind of like his regular shoulder bag with all the gear, really good gear in it. Dark brown harnesses, it's all the ammunition belts and all that stuff. Dark camo green gas mask container. And they're all different colors, but it stands out because it's on a olive drab greatcoat or a black leather jacket. So you want to have those things stand out. On the German model, it kind of all blends together.
I mean, I did but like even on my Germans, I did most of that stuff brown, and then I actually go in and like do like the buckles and stuff.
I know you're really good at that. I'm not. I can't put the paint on the buckles real well. I don't know why. I've tried, but I've actually gotten sloppier over the years.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to get sloppier.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I know. Yeah, I am the oldest one here, so I can say that.
Hey, I got angry because I got to have these stupid things now. Because I can't.
You don't have to have them.
Well, no, but
you don't have
if I try and I know there's leaves on that thing.
Yeah. See, the leaves are perfect. I can see
Yeah.
very, very well.
I have to tilt down, otherwise it gets caught in the bifocal.
Yeah, I know. He's got his. Are those no line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a graduated. No, I prefer to not wear them at all until I'm working on my models or reading the stupid computer stuff. I hate that. But,
Yeah, I try not to wear these like when I'm driving because distance-wise, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just up close crap, nah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that close in stuff. I mean, I gotta think we're opposite.
I take my glasses off to paint. I don't wear my glasses when I paint. Then
I'm just jealous because that's what I would rather.
Like
have.
that's my handle. I'm like this when I'm painting.
I used to be. Yeah.
Now, see, I use the fat and brace my elbows on it.
No, I don't. I used to use the ground or the table, whatever, and I lean over and I'm brace this somehow, and
Get or make yourself a handle. Those really help.
They do, and I use a ticky tack kind of on the top of
That's
a
what
old paint jar, and just
Billy pretty threw me a paint handle. And I use poster tack and
poster tack, right?
tack everything
Yeah,
down.
I just did an old paint jar. That works. I
Those
don't like.
prescription bottles.
Oh, that works real because those are nice and tall.
And you can throw some sand in them.
Ooh,
That way,
that's
when you set
a
them down,
great
they don't
idea.
flop over.
Well,
I
I
was
would
using.
still knock them over.
So Billy gave me that. I was using spray can lids.
Yeah.
I tried that, and I didn't like because I couldn't get it to the where I kept getting in the way of when I'm trying to paint details close to the legs and all.
I mean, I think I've gotten better since I've gone off that and gotten using the handle that Billy gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've got the GW paint plug.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
it's.
I mean, it works, but the problem is if I'm I paint. Let's just go with my Space Marines, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come in groups of 5 or 10. So I've got 5 of them there. Paint, then I got to try and take them off the thing.
Yeah.
So no, that thing gets used for HQ models that don't have to move.
But you're supposed to buy 4 more.
Yeah, that's not happening because I'm not spending. Hey,
And
look,
then buy 4 more of the different sizes that they have.
No.
Yeah.
I've got flipping pill bottles at the house.
Yeah.
I've got to keep censoring myself. I've got pill bottles at the house. I've got poster tack. Guess what? They stick to the top.
Well, those are nice models. Yeah,
I wish I
really
liked that game.
Me too.
I like it. I just don't. There's nothing. Usually, when people are playing that game, I'm up at the shop playing with you.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can play with them. I'll let you play with them. Where I've never seen them play there.
They don't play there.
Oh,
They play over at Zeke's every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Annabelle's stepdad has been doing every other week at his house. He's been having people because
On
he's got
Saturdays?
yeah.
Okay.
But
we can still do that.
this has nothing to do with anything else. But he wants to, because you don't get in the group chat that much. He wants to get in on Stargrave when we do that.
Oh yeah, I didn't. No, I did see that.
Okay.
Yes, I did see that.
Hold your ladder upside down. It's not much of a difference, but it's skinnier up there.
It is.
You are right. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
I just looked over there and noticed it. I'm like, hang on.
That's why
I
he didn't
never
go in that
noticed it.
building till turn 7. He had. Did you watch that? You probably don't.
No, I haven't.
He had a
I watched
freaking. What were the National Guard, right?
Yes, my National Guard unit.
Green unit.
No, inexperienced unit.
Inexperienced unit.
No chance of changing. Yep. Full 10 man, just
this was an
rifles.
objective. Just sitting here. I had a medium machine gun.
Yep.
An SS squad. What else was over there?
And here's where the forests were. There was a wall.
There's a forest
and
there.
was those. And I was here.
Every time I
His
shoot up,
SS
go down.
came here. Yep.
Go down. I don't think I shot him at
Not
all.
a single
Not
one
a
got
single
hurt.
hit.
Never had a pin on them. Yeah, it was great.
Irritated me to no end.
I'll have to watch it.
And they came up here to get rid of the cover. Went down. Still didn't get a shot. But my tank, one of the machine gun turrets, took his 2 guys out. And then they ran into the building.
See, the problem is you drop those early in the morning, and I'm driving.
So listen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I can listen to it, but
It's not the same as
Yeah.
watching it, though. Well, but you could always see when you get home. Not that much of the season. I know what you mean.
So he gets more views, you know.
Yeah. Well, most of the time I do, but it's just been.
Oh no, that's fine.
Like I said, I'm hobby hopping right now.
Yeah, well,
So,
if you're sitting down painting, then you can definitely watch
My
it.
roommate gets so mad when I'm watching those and I'm swearing at the TV.
Oh, when you're watching ours and you're I know what you're doing.
Because I'm like, you idiot, why did you do that?
Yeah.
I'm not that nice to myself, but I'm like, why did you do that? Why?
That was a love game.
Stupid.
That was a fun game.
For you.
Well, no. It started out horribly for me. Horribly.
But you know what? It does not matter how you start the game. It matters what happens at the end.
Yeah, but I was having fun even when I was getting completely walloped. He brought, and I'm glad you finally did bring your infantry gun. It's his infantry gun, his medium mortar, and his Panzer IV. So he had 3 2-inch templates dropping on my guys. And he evaporated my anti-tank gun on turn 2. Turn 2, yeah, because...
Turn 1 I evaporated the...
Turn 1 you shot and destroyed the tow that was carrying it. You also dropped a mortar and took out half the...
Oh, that's right, I did.
Border guard, which was regular group. You later dropped it, took out the light mortar with your mortar, and you took out this squad except for 2 guys with your mortar. You know, that's 10. What? That's no, that was a 7-man squad. So that's 5 of those guys. I mean, he's just deleting models off the table left and right with that.
Well, it took you long enough to get good at this game.
No,
I still won though. That's the funny
thing that screwed me, and it's the thing that screwed me in our game
Some
set.
spoilers here, but okay.
In our game set, why spoilers? The video's already up.
I know, but if you haven't watched it,
It's the same thing that screwed me yesterday when we played, and he knows exactly what I'm going to say. He had a squad in a truck. The truck refused to come in.
It wasn't my fault. It kept failing its order test.
And so by the time I was like, okay, I'm doing good. I got most of the stuff cleared off.
Yeah.
This building was an objective.
That building
and
that building.
And that building down there was an objective.
And then the crossroad, the Y there, that was
an
an objective.
So I'm like, okay, I got stuff slowly, very slowly, pushing this way.
Yeah.
Because I had a machine gun team in that house. 2 trucks come rearing up down there.
Yep.
Full of guys, just get out and just wipe everything out over there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man.
But you know what I found? Yeah, when I was reading the Battle of France book, the British now have their own military police unit.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I know, but it was introduced in that book, the British one.
Oh,
And so now I've got a 4-man unit, again inexperienced just like yours, that can take motorbikes if they're a 4-man unit, and I get the same bonus. Don't have to worry about that stupid. Now, of course, it wouldn't have helped because both times the truck failed, I rolled an 11 or 10, and I needed an 8.
It's the same thing that happened yesterday. We were doing really well because he had a squad that did not come in until turn 4 or 5.
And this is the U.S. Now, granted, it's regular, but it doesn't suffer the penalty, and I needed a 9, and I rolled an 11 twice. And it wasn't until turn, so there was 2,
we played 4
3
turns.
Yep, the 4th turn he finally came in.
And then actually baton hand off the secret objective.
No, that was to a machine gun team. They came up and screened the unit. Yeah, to keep you from charging it. Yeah. I'll tell you that
I'm glad that game wasn't videotaped. I would have been more mad at that game.
For you to get back into your bolt action groove, because man, I miss playing against you.
Well, I just need to actually get over here on Thursdays.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my weekends are shot now that the weather's nice. So.
Yeah, but that's your choice.
Yeah.
Priorities are all screwed up.
Sometimes it's the kid's choice.
Well, no, that's true. I'll give you that.
It's been weird too. I will say this. Because I mean, up until lately, I would say, I've been getting out of the shop at like 1, because we'd just be doing 1 game. It's weird now going back to I'm there till like 5 because we're playing 2 different games. 2 games.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It feels so weird. Just be like, oh yeah, I gotta feed the kid at some point while I'm here.
Yeah. Yes, Saturday is my day. That's the day I get to really kind of unwind and do all that kind of good stuff. Once we finish this Black Seas series, then Thursdays will again be goofing off. So it'll be 2 nights I can relax. I won't necessarily have to be there all day on Saturdays. Yeah, I think this week, Yeah, you can probably go back and do bolt action. Because as soon as we get that, redo that scenario 7, we've got it all the way through scenario 8, lesson 8, which is pretty much done. Because 8's the one that worked. We're good.
It's 9 that you still got to figure out.
I don't think we're gonna necessarily do 9.
Okay.
We're probably gonna skip over to 10 just to. But I think that should be a bad rep. I don't think there's gonna be any. I could be wrong. Because I do think I want to do sailing in line. Because I don't know if you've seen it out there.
Yeah.
Do we still want to do a video with the advanced wind rules too? Or are you just
yes, which is what we're going to redo 5 for that. But yeah. Well, that'd be easier.
Redo. Oh, the one
the one that was just no fun.
Can't win.
Yeah, the one you can't win with normal rules. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. But so that's
Stupid
about it.
rules.
But we can take our time.
No, it's
down.
like the stupid.
Oh yeah.
Did we talk to you about that already? We watched.
I saw his posting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He actually got on and asked about it, and I'm still part.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't play the game, but I'm still was still part of the group.
Yeah, it's too bad because I really enjoyed playing against you.
Hey, I'm part of the Malifaux group, just because I like seeing what those people paint.
Yeah.
Because those
Some of
people
models
are
nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't play the game. I have a Malifaux starter army, but I'll never play the game.
No, the Malifaux starter armies. Malifaux models I use are for Frostgrave.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that the little spiders are for the Melkor scenarios, and I've got Hamelin. Yeah, Hamelin and Performer that I'll use for one of my wizards. A Sonomancer type.
Makes sense.
Yeah, looking forward to playing those.
It's probably been over now.
All right, well, yeah, I probably need to kind of wrap it up because, again, just shit the breeze. It's been too long since I actually had a chance to even just shoot and chat like this. So it was just once before a few weeks ago. Of course, we didn't record that because it was just impromptu happened.
Yeah.
Didn't even have my video.
I just popped in.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, I at least hope you got some painting done or whatever you guys do.
Yeah.
See you guys next video, whatever that happens to be. Hope you have fun with your projects coming up. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you.